あなたのお目が禁じかければ、それを受けながらください。河原にお戻りに変更する勇気を持ってください。If you don't like your destiny, don't accept it. Instead, have the courage to change it to the way you want it to be. This quote comes from a great anime called Naruto Shippuden. As some might have guessed already, yes, I'm going to try and persuade you to watch anime. And if this quote wasn't good enough for you to attempt, well, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So let me start by saying that the Japanese version of animation is not called anime, some may think. The name anime is translated into English as animated cartoon. Anime itself is the holder of multiple genres such as comedy, horror, action, adventure, romance, sci-fi, and you have many more genres that can fit a certain audience or a group of people that just want to watch it or just want to know what it is. So now, I want you all to close your eyes and imagine what I'm going to tell you right quick. Imagine you're on a ship with a boy who can adjust his limbs any way he pleases and wants to or imagines. A reindeer that can shapeshift and can talk. A man made of straight bones, no flesh, and can just never die. A man that is a great cook. A coward who is good at long-range weapons and that is a great architect. A master swordsman that wields 3 blades. 2 beautiful women, an extremely buff guy. They're on their way to go fight a dragon that's been terrorizing a village in Japan. The boy just is beater to fit a way to fight the dragon to 20 meters. Now you can open your eyes. What I just described to you is the Straw Hat Pirates fighting Kaido in the last season of a great anime called One Piece. The names of these characters are in order as I described them, going as Monkey D. Luffy, Chopper, Brooks, Sanji, Usopp, Roronoa Zoro, Nami, Nico Robin, and Frankie. The show that I received this image from was shown none other known as I said, One Piece. And the question, does this make you interested any way at all for you to try and watch it? If not, then I shall keep going. So let's get started into the actual speech portion. My main points that I would like and attempt to cover in my speech would be the history of anime, what makes anime so great, and why I recommend you should watch it. Let's talk the history first for a little bit of the anime. Anime was originally created in Japan in the late 1960, 17. Anime was first originally created in Japan in late 1916, early 1917. And the anime was made with just chalk. This is not chalk, this is my AirPod case. I didn't have chalk. So I used that as my visual of a visual. Okay, it was made with just chalk that lasted no longer than 5 minutes. Well, for us, 5 minutes is nothing, it's measly at most. Because we're used to watching things of 30 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, so on, so on. But since the fact that they didn't have the technology we obviously have now, that 5 minutes was just enough for them to watch and feel entertained. Now, with the first anime created, it was safe to say that it was destroyed because during the time they made it, it was World War I occurring. So towns, homes, etc. were being blown up, disseminated, burned down, so on, so on. So during this time, the Japanese cultivated what we know as now, as anime to enlighten, make ease, and release some of the tension that was going in the air because of what was going on because of the war. The first anime that was created, called Dikabo Shingaku Mayan no Shinpai. Dikabo, which means Dikabo's new picture book, Failure of a Great Plan. It was 2D, meaning, as you know what 2D means, straight up and down, as in like writing a stick figure on a paper. Don't have dimensions, none of that. There was no vocals, meaning there was no talking. There were throughout the whole show. Now we can start talking about what makes anime so great. The feel that you get from watching anime is very complicated to describe, one I might say, but the feeling that you get after watching just that perfect anime that was just for you, ooh, it could be so fulfilling. Not in life, for some it could be, but as an entertainment wise also. When watching anime, it can sometimes bring out the kid unless you're a real shallow person, but then again, it can still bring out the kid in you if you are shallow. Now, will you please close your eyes once more? Imagine that you are in space, hovering in the air, looking across the plane of nothingness. Maybe stars, maybe a planet here and there, but nothing. In front of you, there is a two-legged purple cat man. Now, the cat man is forming this big orange power ball that looks like the sun. Now, this is coming straight towards you, and you have to fight it off. Keep your eyes closed. Now, imagine that you are an average high school student that just found a book that fell from the sky as you was looking outside your classroom. It fell from the sky, hit the ground, and you decided to go get it after class. You open the book and it reads that if you write a person's name in it, then they will die. Now, along with this book, a big 8-foot looking demon man comes flying straight at you that you can only see because you touched the book. If you use the book like it says, then after using it, you would no longer be able to go to heaven, nor will you be able to go to hell. You will be in a limbo. Would you still use the book? You may now open your eyes. I just described to you 2 top tier anime by the names of Dragon Ball Super, not GT, not Z, Super, and Death Note. Now that you had a little preview sneak peek within your mind of what happens, would you consider watching one of these anime? As I said, in the history of anime, it's been made since the late 1910s, so 1960s, and and it's obviously still ongoing. So there's so much that has happened and progressed with this topic. You have animes that fit about every multitude of people across the globe, such as shonen jumps. You have slice of life. You have harems. You have many more. Anime has been greater and more phenomenal by the decade in terms of graphics, plots, character development, voice acting. Anime was only held in Japan and didn't become popular in the West America until the late 1960s. And that's when we got, some of you may know this, Astro Boy. Now, there really isn't too much I can say on why I recommend watching anime, because I pretty much told you why earlier in the speech, but I believe you should watch it because it can be fulfilling if you watch the right anime for you. And it may not be for everyone. Like it can be a thing, or it's maybe just not your niche. But remember, what can honestly hurt? Nothing other than possibly just killing time. That's all. So some say YOLO, as I said in a previous speech. You only live once, so why not give it a try if it won't hurt anybody? Watching anime is a great and entertaining way to blow time. Anime can also be a piece of art that speaks to people, just like pictures or portraits. It can speak to people in ways of like motivation, determination, or give you feelings that anything else cannot give you, or can just give you feelings and can come in handy in real life. So to wrap up my speech, we talked about the history of anime, what makes it great and entertaining, why I think you should watch it. I gave you a little visual of anime, what anime could be when watching it. If you're not watching anime, this could be something that you're just missing out on. That could be the best thing you've ever watched. But just remember one thing, though. Anime or tamashite miru. Give anime a try.